It's a new day, more salvage yard. I gotta go to 2 different salvage yards, possibly 3. I gotta go pick up my door. I need the header panel that holds the headlights and stuff in, and I need a marker lens. That's one thing, like Pennsylvania, their our title inspection, they're kind of picky on some stuff. Like you can't have cracked lenses and stuff, and the one marker lens, although it's all intact, it's cracked. And if that shows up in the picture, they'll actually fail it for our title inspection. So I gotta go get a lens for that. And also, you can't have, like on cars, you can't have tinted windows and stuff, because that Nissan Sentra SER I had to scrape all the tint off the windows because it was aftermarket tint, and PA won't pass it if it has tint on it. Now, it's different for like SUVs and vans and stuff, but on cars, if it's not factory, you can't have it on there. Now I gotta go run and get my fish of a wife some water jugs. She drinks those 4 jugs. She threw that in like 3 weeks, and I gotta go get her some more. Get the Veloster out. I haven't drove it in a little while. I mean, this car is by no means fast, but it's fun to drive, and turbo noises, I mean, come on. And Rock Auto. I know what these are. There's something else that's wrong on the Jeep, so I had to order parts. This is a safety feature, so I had to get them. What did we get this time? Ooh, Corvette. Anyway, I got new fuel tank straps because we need them. Because the ones on this one are rusted out. So, make sure you fix all the safety issues. Do you have any? See that one? One of them shot, the other one is holding, but we're gonna throw them on anyway.
I mean, like, look at this. Like, I don't ever order from Rock Auto ever. At all. No. No, never.
Come on, Mossy Oak, where are the sponsors at? Come on! There she is. Got a little bit surface rust starting down here. That'll all get taken care of. So you see, we got our door, and they said it needed some cleanup. It had some surface rust, and seriously, I was expecting it to be way worse than it is, but I ended up picking it up for $134. That's with tax on it. It's $134. It was actually $125. So I mean, that's not too hateful. It's not as cheap as I could get at Johnny's, but I didn't have to pull it myself either. They pulled it, and it actually has the same color panels and everything, so I'm gonna have to see if the panel's in better condition than the one that's in the Jeep, because I might just use it. I don't know. But we're off to another salvage yard to pull some more parts, and then we will start working on the Jeep. Now I'm gonna go back and check this salvage yard called Rossman's first, because I've never been there. This is Parsons, and it's on the same road, but they have a lot of stuff in there. I've already been, no, it says Rossman's is down this way. This is, maybe this, no, this is Rossman's, and this is where I called. All right, I'm confused. I'm gonna stop here. All right, I gotta inspect it a little closer. This place is like a swamp. There's only a couple Jeep Liberties here, and most of them are pretty picked over. This one's got the lens I need. And I'm facing right here, and it's not cracked. It's a little scuff, but it's not cracked. And I think, not sure, I think there's a good header panel on that one right there. I gotta go look at it. Make sure it's all in one piece. If not, I'm gonna have to look around here a little bit more and see if there's any more Jeeps. Which I don't know. So I'll check her out. Well, this panel's gonna make do. It does have a broken tab on it, which I'll have to, you know, glue it. What I'll do is I'll zip tie it a couple places and then glue it. But I'm going to take that tab with me. But for the rest of it, it's all intact. I don't see any other busted parts on it, so I'm gonna take this. Alright, so I got everything I need as far as I know. I'm just going to look around and make sure there isn't any other Liberties here that might have one that's not busted. I'm going to take all the pieces to this. If I can't find another one, I'm going to use this one, because it's not in too bad a shape. There's a couple tabs busted, but I can fix them. So I'm just going to take a stroll around, a good look. So I walked down this road and I went over there where all the Jeeps were. Walked right by this one with a good front end, good marker, like everything is intact. So I'm gonna take this one off now. You saw my last one. I'm not gonna video this one. All right, so that's that busted up one. Here's the other one. This one still has a busted tab right there. That's the only one. That other one had a crack right here, tab busted there, and tab busted there. So I only have to fix one tab on this. And as for that, there's no other cracks on it, so this was a lot better. I tell you what, it's always something. Went to pay for him and I handed him a card and he said, oh, we don't take cards. We only do cash. So now I gotta go find a store and get cash so I can pay for these parts. He only charged me 40 bucks though for a marker light and that front piece. And that other salvage yard, they said if they were gonna pull it, they're gonna charge me 150 bucks. Yeah, $40, 150. Gotta see where you can, folks. So I figured I'd talk since I'm behind a tractor on the way back. It's always something. Anyway, I just thought about it. And I'm gonna have to change the dang lock on the door to match the key for the vehicle. Because you won't be able to unlock the door with this door. So I'm gonna have to change the handle and the door lock. I don't know if you can see this Malibu that's behind me. I restored that. I know because it has a billet Chevy emblem in the front grille. That was one that
Whoa, whoa.
That was one that I rebuilt and I drove for a little while. I used it as a work car. That was a really nice car. It was just boring though. It was tan interior, it's green, it's just plain. I put a stereo in it and it's just plain Jane. It had 90,000 miles on it. That was a nice car, and I didn't make very much money on it. An old couple bought it and they were just happy to get a new car, so I sold it to them. Not much profit, but it made them a good car and they're still driving it. I sold it to them well over a year ago and it still looks just as good as it did when I did it. Yeah, that one actually had the frame tweaked in the front. We had to straighten the frame out on that, so you can see over a year it had a frame straightened on that thing and they're still driving it no problem. So this goes to show you our titles are just as good as regular titles. Just because it has an R on it doesn't mean it's junk. Alright, so I'm not gonna video me replacing this door because you saw me doing the other one, but I do gotta take the door latch off of the old door on that side and this side and replace them because the locks aren't the same as the ones that are on the vehicle. So the key won't work unless I replace them, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Probably won't video it, but I'm gonna go ahead and replace this lens, and then that fender's only held on by 2 zip ties. I'm gonna cut them off. I got all the clips to put them on, so I'm gonna do that right now. But I do need a little bit of rock music, so how about we cue that music? Anybody? Somebody help me? Don't worry there, little man, I got you covered. Come on, get up. How do you give your heart to something only you embrace? How do you put your mind to something that you love? When you were growing up, everyone told you that you were good enough. Good enough will work for me instead of love. You hurt me deep, broke my trust and watched me bleed. Ignore my places, squash my dreams. Everything hiding underneath is coming out for you to see. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bolt this header panel on, and I'll glue it and zip tie it once it's on there because it'll be sturdy, sitting in place. I had to glue the tab on that goes right here. It should line up, and I'll be able to go ahead and bolt that tab on, and then I can drill holes in it and put my zip ties in and some glue on it so it'll hold. You held me under too long, I see you coming in. Take back your hand, you're not my friend, to me you're fucking dead. All the things you didn't do show me the colors inside you. I now know all your hidden truths. If I were you, shit I'd like to. It's my turn now, I'll burn you down. Nowhere to run and out for you. It's tried and true, and I'll get through. I'll watch your spirit die in you. Get up, get up, get up. I'ma show you everything I got inside. I won't give up, give up. Never backing down, this is my fight. Every word you said had you thinking in your head. So now, since this piece doesn't fit the grill, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna zip tie it to this, so it'll stay in there. Alright, so I had to put the bumper on before I put this grill on. Went to put the grill on, and it's too wide. I'm guessing I grabbed a 2015 grill, because in 2015 this bumper was wider right here. They came down right here, and they had fog lights right there, but the grill was longer. So I'm assuming this came off of 2015. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim the edges off and see if it doesn't fit, and then put it on. Okay, so after trimming it, It does fit now. I'm gonna throw some zip ties in it. Yeah, I'm gonna throw some zip ties in it and hold it in there. Well, front end's all intact. Checking that out. Holy crap. That side didn't want to fit up right. I had to mess with it a little bit, but I got it. This side fit up perfect. The grill, I'm not going to be able to use. It was holding the outer grill out too much. I'm looking at that hood fitment now. You got a gap issue. I'll have to mess with that. Could probably adjust the stop on this side to raise it a little bit, and it might help with that side. Does look like maybe the hood needs to shift a little bit, or maybe that's just the grill. I don't know. I'll mess with that here a little bit, and then also off camera, I'm gonna change the lock on that door. And then I got to do this one, and then also I want to go across these rockers, the whole way across the top of them, and then across the front of them with some paintable RTV or some paintable sealant, so they're sealed up so nothing gets inside there and builds up. Same with the other side. Kind of have more of a gap on this side, but we're gonna fill it in, make it look better. That ugly door is gonna go bye-byes, and then hopefully it'll look a lot better. Just notice there's, well, the pinstripe's off on the other side because of the door, and this door doesn't have a pinstripe. That's just gonna be one of the little defects, because I'm not gonna mess with the pinstripes. You see the pinstripe there. Yeah, so this thing ain't gonna be perfect. I'm just gonna make it look as good as I can, but you know, you gotta work with what I got. So this is what I got. Well, there, that fitment looks a lot better. What it ended up, there's 2 screws in the grill, one here and one here, that mount to that header panel, and I just didn't have them in. That pulls the grill down a little bit, so it looks a lot better. I just noticed the dome light's on in there. I'll leave the door open. Anyway, I gotta do some things off camera here. Oh, these things. Well, here's at least some good news. I was gonna pull this door handle off for the passenger side because the new one has a lock in it, but this one doesn't have a lock in it, so it doesn't really matter if I switch them or not. So, I mean, they're not gonna have a key that works in it regardless. So, I'm just gonna leave that on there. It's not gonna hurt anything. It's not like somebody else has the key that's gonna unlock it. It's in a scrapyard and the key's gone. So, anyway, gotta work on that one. I wanna see how it comes off. It looks complicated because there's not any room to get in there, but we'll get to her. You know what? I don't even know why you care. That ain't even a real Jeep. Should've got yourself a Wrangler. To you guys that do use Copart, have you noticed the new dramatic music that they put in on the auction? Like, the faster you bid, the more dramatic it gets. I thought it was hilarious. That's just me, though. Yeah. There it is. This kind of tells the whole story. I just took the speaker out, which had one screw holding it in, right there. Here's the wire ends. They did at least use electrical tape, but no wire ends. They were just wrapped around the terminals and taped. The amplifier, there it is, down there, is taped in. So I'm going to go and guess that these connections right here off of the amplifier. At least it was strong tape. I mean, yeah, that's nice. Nice! Well, this door ate up most of my time today because I had to change the wiring harness out, the lock. Oh, I still haven't tightened them bolts up yet. Better get that real quick. Hold on a second. Okay, we got them tight now. Anyway, fitment's really good. It works. I haven't tried the lock yet, and I guarantee it'll work. Wired the speaker up. There's a good speaker that was in the door. Actually, this door that I bought was in really good shape. Let me see if power door locks work. Okay, I can see both of them locked. Both of them unlocked. Let's try the key. I'm glad I remembered to change that out. That would have gave me problems down. I still haven't put the D10 on yet, but the door's on there. I'm gonna get to that, but the next thing I want to do is I want to seal up those rockers. But before I do that, I want to sand around the edges and across the top and stuff, because after I put that sealant in there, I won't really be able to scuff it up real good. So I'm gonna scuff it up now before I run the sealer on there, and then I'll clean the area up and put sealer on. And then fuel tank straps, that's kind of boring. I won't video that. Then we got to get scuffing the whole thing. We got to do all the black pieces, and I'm going to do a little extra after that, which I'll reveal maybe in the next episode. I'm waiting for my stuff to come in. We'll just say it's paint. Anyway, and I'm not a painter, but I'm going to do this myself. So yeah, we'll get the scuffing on this real quick. Alright, so it looks like crap right now, but that's, I mean, this is all going to get painted. And it's all going to be white, okay? But I just wanted to seal up the gaps. So I did that, and then on top, you see I sealed it completely. So, oh man, getting dirt in it already. It's a little shell, a little snail shell. Okay. But I sealed it off smooth. So it's I'm gonna paint all this anyway. That's paintable sealant. So, and I did it the whole way to the back too. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get the other side. It's looking better, guys. A good door on there, a good door on the other side. Just gotta do that gap on this side. Fuel tank straps, I'll do that off camera. Don't want to bore you guys. Yeah, let's get this side done. Alright, so went ahead and sealed that up. It's sealed completely. I smoothed it out with my finger, make it look better. Now, this is by no means the right way to go about fixing this thing, but you have to remember I'm on a tight budget on this one. Very tight budget on this one. So I'm doing what I can with what I can to make it as best as I can. And I don't have TJ Hunt or B is for Build money. I wish I did, but I'm just your everyday Joe, just like every one of you guys. Well, maybe not every one of you guys. You guys might even have a garage. I don't. Hoping someday I'll have a garage, but I'm gonna have to cut this one. Well, I guess this episode ain't short, but I'm gonna cut it off right here because my wife actually wants to go out and dress up for Halloween. Maybe, I don't know, but she never wants to go out, and she wants to have a drink tonight. So I'm gonna take her out for a drink, and we're gonna have a good time. And then I will come back tomorrow and start working on this thing again. If you like this, come back, like, subscribe, check out some of my other videos, and we'll see you on the next one.